Hey, what's good, my friends? So today's been a bit of a spontaneous one. I've decided to do a bit of grafting this afternoon. Yeah, haven't really planned that far ahead with what I'm gonna do, what cultivars I'm gonna graft, but I've got a couple that I took from the house. I've got a couple of Ariadne there. I've got one Wakehurst pink and then one Johan under that. Then there's going to be some more inside the polytunnel that I'm going to want to get. There's definitely a few I've got my eye on, but these are looking quite dry. The root ball has dried out enough now in order to put the trees into a more favourable state for regeneration and healing. So yeah, they are quite dry, but not so dry. So you've got the white roots as well. That's another thing that's a good sign. When you've got the white roots, it's going to mean the tree's going to go into healing mode quicker, and the graft union should callus over in a quicker time. So now I've only got my one hand and my phone, no assistance today, but usually that's the first step. So that's the first prep done with the rootstock, drying out the roots until you've got the white roots coming through. Then you want to cut them down, normally about 15 to 20 centimeters like this, and cut off any side branches like that until you've just got, and the little ones you can just pick them off, that's fine, until you've got them like this. Let's do that one. So yeah, you might have to bear with me in how this is being filmed. It's not going to be the best quality, I will admit. Oh, I've got a seedling growing in there. Oh no, I don't think that is a maple. No, that's not a maple. That's coming up. So yeah, stripping off all the new growth on the rootstock, because we don't want any of the energy to go into the rootstock anymore. We want it to go into our cultivar that we're grafting. So yeah, this video will sort of be paused here and there, so I can do certain things with my hands that I need to do. So just bear with me. See, this was an old, you can see where I used this before as a rootstock. Oh, let me focus on that. Obviously it didn't take. So what I tend to do is, if it's been down high up enough, I can just go below for the next one. And if it goes like as low as that and it still doesn't make it, then I might just let it grow out and develop a bonsai out of it, rather than just throwing it away. So there are some sections in the polytunnel and at home where I've got these real, here's an example, these little stumps like this, they're still alive, I can see they are, so they could just make a interesting bonsai, who knows. But anyways, that's that tray. Then we got this one here. just going to quickly skim over them like this. There's a lot of new growth on that. I'm going to pause it here because you're not really going to want to see me do all this. It's going to take me a little while, maybe like 5 minutes. I don't want to waste video time on doing that. I want to pause it for the next stage. Right, so they're all trimmed back. Other than like some I've just left like this, I'm just going to leave them as they are. I'm not going to use them as rootstock. I will move them to the side. And yeah, similar with this tray. Yeah, gonna leave that one. So now next step for me is to start cleaning my tools. So yeah, I'm gonna clean these, although I don't need to use them again, to cut off the scion that I'm using. I'm going to use these scissors here, and these I will be cleaning with that alcohol. Yeah, gonna get some. Need to get my rubber bands, and yeah, I'm going to pause it here. And yeah, I'll see you on the next part. So I'm just in the polytunnel looking to pick out some cultivars. I'd absolutely love to have an attempt with Taimen Nishiki, but I did a few during the winter, and I didn't take big branches off it because it wasn't much bigger than this. I probably took like 2 nodes maximum, so they weren't long scion, but I just don't want to take any more from it right now. I just want to let it grow a bit more. It's getting some new growth coming through, which is good, and you can see where leaves are falling off. There's some green. Hold up, might be hard to get that to focus on that, but yeah, there are the leaves that are falling off. There is new growth coming through there, so that's all good. I'm going to let that grow now for the rest of this year. So I will cast my eye elsewhere. I think Celebration has put on really good growth. So I'm just looking at the seedling, just caught my eye. It's grown loads, and the come off of there. It's looking quite nice. Yeah, okay, I'll keep an eye on that. As you can see, the snails have actually got to a lot of my favoured seedlings, which I'm pissed off about. The thing is, I've said it before in other videos, I don't like to kill, you know, but I've literally tried every option that I can think of, that I've researched, you know, to prevent them. Look, I've got copper tape on there, having these bark chippings in there is supposed to be a bit of a deterrent as well, but seriously, I may have to go to the pellets. Yeah, I've tried, but I'm trying to do something that means a lot here, so it's not personal, it's I suppose it's nature. Yeah, all right, back to where I was at. celebration. I mean, look at it. All that pink top growth, that's, you're looking at a foot of growth there. That's just come through. That's a bit too soft to graft. Maybe that one. Yeah, I need to find the right branch really. I'm going to pause it because it's difficult. Right, I'm back. We are good to go. I've selected my cultivars. So we have got variegated lace. I bought it from Bartholomew's nursery. It was unlabeled. They didn't know what it was, but I purchased it anyway because it was a lovely tree. So we don't know what that is, but yeah, so I just put it as variegated lace, Earthfire, Sour Chidori, Hemorrhoic, Taimen Nishiki, Wakehurst Pink, Kinran, Johin and Ariadne. And there they all are in there. I've got some soil there, it's just some ericaceous to pack out some of these pots, because where they've dried out, the soil medium has shrunk, compacted, so I'm going to put a bit more soil into these as well. Everything's been disinfected, all the tools, the wooden block, that's been disinfected as well. And then yeah, the next thing I do is I'll disinfect this part here, or to be fair, I'll just wipe the whole lot, and then we are good to go. And for good measure, I'll also wipe down the scion as well, where I do the cut. So yep, I need my hands now, so I'm gonna have to give it a pause. Next opportunity I get to show you something, I'll hit record again. So this is the cut that I've done on the side. I've gone a little bit deeper than I would have liked. Hold up. But it's my first time in a long time grafting, so the first one I cannot get this to focus, but yeah, there we go. So that's it. Yeah, I've grafted it on the side, and next I'll do the scion. So first one I've gone for is the variegated lace. I think it suits the movement on the rootstock. So yeah, it's a chisel cut, and I've already packed this one out with the ericaceous. Then what I'm going to do, just bear with me if it does blur, I'll do my best. I'm going to slip that into that pocket there, so the cambium is lining up on both parts. Obviously with one hand I'm not going to do that, but I'm just showing you roughly what that would look like. So I'll need to do a bit of adjusting, but that's essentially what it's going to look like, and I'll put a band around it. You can see how that movement in the trunk suits the way, or the habit of what this tree is as well, because it's going to be a low spreading / weeping type. So yeah, I'm going to patch this one up and I'll show you when it's finished. And that is the first one down. Variegated lace. Actually happy with how that went. And yeah, I'm still going to water this sparingly. You just want to water it enough to basically keep it alive, which sounds cruel, but it just helps with the healing process. And once you see the callus starting to develop around the graft union, then you can start watering as normal. So I'll put that to one side wherever there's room. Put it there. I'm not going to put any bags over the scion because it's going to be probably humid enough in the polytunnel. A big battle I've had with grafting in the past is fungal infections and stuff like that, killing off the scion, and the union starts to turn black. And yeah, I just don't think there was enough airflow. You got to get the middle ground between humidity and having enough airflow, which is a tricky combination. So yeah, on to the next one. And this one is hemorrhagic done. That also went well. Pleased with that. Yeah, I'm just gonna do all of them and just show you at the end now. It's just gonna take too long with the videoing and all of that stuff, so you get the gist anyway. I do intend to do better videos for grafting in the future, but yeah, at the moment I'm just winging it. I've still got a fair few to get through as well, so yeah, well, I've got another 7 more to do, so yeah, see you all shortly. Okay, so I've got this earth fire scion here. Something else I didn't really explain. With the scion, usually I would cut off the top 2 like that and leave petioles on. Then I would probably leave the next 2 after that. The rest below I would cut off. Reason being, I'm not an expert by any means, but I think cutting those extra leaves off will slow down the demand of the transpiration through the scion, meaning the graft union doesn't get flooded out. I'm not 100% sure on that. I don't know if I've even said it right, but from what I've watched previously, this is what most tend to do. So I guess it's just, yeah, it causes less demand to be pushed through the union where it's trying to heal, and you've still got some leaf on there for it to go through its transpiration, if that makes sense. I hope it does. Yeah, so this is going to be the earth fire one. I may need to stop recording after this little bit because my phone battery is very low and I do not want the phone to die and then not have this video at all. But what I will do, I'll do another separate video tomorrow once my phone is charged, and just, yeah, touch up on anything that I missed, and so you'll see what the next sort of stage is after that. Cool. I'll leave it there with you guys. Thank you for tuning in, any questions, yeah, please leave any comments below. I'll get back to you when I can. Thank you for watching. Take care.